Hi, I'm Roxy. I'm a designer, digital artist, and YouTuber. I was recently invited by ComicCon Africa to do an art demonstration on their Twitch channel for a couple of hours. And what you're about to watch is the VOD of that session, where I painted DC Comics' Swamp Thing. I had my husband on Discord with me to help me respond to live chat questions. The chat isn't included in the video though, so you'll only hear our side of the conversation, unfortunately. Twitch's algorithm didn't like the intro song I played, so it muted the first couple of minutes, which is the part that I'm narrating over right now. Their muting system isn't precise, so unfortunately it also muted the first 2 minutes of me actually talking. So I've cut that out of the video, but after that the sound kicks in and plays right through to the end of the video. So it's a bit of an abrupt start, but it gets better from there. Hope you enjoy. It's going to have an influence on what I'm going to do today. So this piece here, this was the very last piece I just did. I finished it yesterday, in fact. This was for the VX Art Tournament. And this year's theme was resilience. So if I zoom in here, you can see it a bit better.
Chosa's 388 is now officially awesome.
Hey, Chosa. So yeah, we've got an artist here and she's trying to get her thing on. This is Painstorm Studio ideas. It's actually, it's like, I think it usually goes for about $20, but I got it on special for $10 on Black Friday. So that was quite a bonus. I prefer it to Photoshop. It doesn't have as much stuff as Photoshop, but for painting, I think it's better. So the artist, you can see she's being accosted by a figure that this story is being represented by anxiety, and she's also being accosted below by another figure representing poverty, but she's kind of being resilient. So this is kind of quite a comic-y style, and the reason I'm showing you this is because the Swamp Thing piece that I'm going to do, I want to kind of go for more this kind of look. Something else I did recently, in fact the second last piece I did was this, and I'll tell you why I'm going to do, I did it actually, let me show you the initial Swamp Thing. So this painting here, I did this a couple years ago. I bought myself a Wacom in Chios, and this was the very first painting that I did on it. And I was quite proud of it at the time, but looking at it now, all I see is the mistakes. You know how, like, the composition is boring, the values are a bit samey, you know, everything is tilting over to the right. So I'm going to, like, redo this painting, but I'm going to do it in this style that you saw earlier, and I'm going to split the water like this, like what I did for this. So you'll see the bottoms of Swamp Thing's legs. Let me close all these because these are all massive as well, so I don't want
only his legs
slowing. Yeah, this is a sketch I did.
Is he wearing pants?
No, he's not wearing pants.
Oh.
I'm still trying to figure out what to do with his twig penis. So I'm thinking leaves might be a good way to cover it up, you know, go the old Adam and Eve route.
Bark.
Yeah, so this is a very loose sketch that I did last night, and thanks ideas. And so this is my starting point, and Swamp Thing, hey, Calzone. But unlike the other one, obviously the water is going to be more swampy, and this is a painting I did a while back as well, and it's got these lilies which I kind of want to incorporate into the water. So yes, so now you know what I'm going to do, and now the only thing is trying to draw and talk at the same time. Hey Warlock, how you doing? Make sure to close the right one. All right. So yeah, as I said, it's very sketchy at the moment. This was me in a panic last night trying to figure out what I was actually going to do today. So I think I actually want to sketch it up a bit even more because I like to work from a state of chaos. Sometimes it's just easier to pull something. No, it's not Critter, Chozo. This is Paintstorm Studio. I just mentioned earlier it's cheap. It's like a $20. How am I going to hide the ween? I'm thinking some leaves, basically, some well-placed leaves, because this is a family show. I don't want to get ComicCon in trouble or anything like that. So really just no problem, Chozo. So really just trying to add some texture and noise and just kind of mess it up a bit more before I get into it. I like painting from chaos because sometimes you make those, I don't know, you just find details in something that you wouldn't ordinarily see. No attaching an eel then? No, I better not.
No, not even a bronze. Nice big bronze.
Also going to do some swampy trees in the background, but I'll worry about that later. I don't know how much of this I'm going to get through. I'm not accustomed to talking and painting at the same time, or even, sitting for long periods of time. I usually get up quite a lot.
I can help you, maybe. If somebody asks you a question, I can read it to you.
Okay.
Is the brush lagging?
I think it's a little bit, yeah, because I've got it at the biggest. This is huge. This canvas, I'll show you. So it's 6,000 by 6,000 pixels. I like to paint really big because then you can get it printed if you want. Usually,
nice
if you're painting small, the brush doesn't lag. It's quite nice, but you only really need the really big brushes in the beginning when you're like laying down a foundation. Yeah.
Siren actually makes her own brushes.
Yeah, all of these brush. In fact, from, I don't know if you can see you can see my cursor. All of these are all custom brushes. I have like a thing with, I just love creating brushes. This particular one, I actually tried to mimic a brush that was created by Dave Greco. If you know anything about Dave Greco, he's pretty awesome. Like artist-wise, worked for AAA Games and Magic the Gathering and all kinds of stuff. And he gave his brush away for free a while back, but it was a Photoshop brush. So I tried to kind of mimic it with this brush. So we'll see how far I get. And I've got my reference when I'm looking this way. I'm looking at reference and also chat. And when I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the painting. So you'll often see me glancing over here. I've got a whole bunch of Swamp Thing reference and tree reference and anatomy reference. A lot of nudity, so I won't pull that over and show you. Again, don't want to get ComicCon in trouble.
They say they are an 18 plus, but terms of service are terms of service.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing? What is Swamp Thing made of, Siren?
He's made of like the kind of detritus that you'd find in the swamp. So it's like sticks and leaves and things like that. There's a series, a Swamp Thing series, I think it
he
was like
does have
2018-ish that they made it, but they only did one season, but it was so good.
He does have organs, but they're not human either. They're also
They do
transformed.
look like plantish.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that. The series was awesome, but there was only
Yeah.
one.
For some reason, they always keep renewing crap like Supergirl.
No, don't say
And,
that. There's a lot of people who like Supergirl.
I don't
like
care.
me. I like Supergirl.
And the Flash, they're so crap. But then they only give this one season. The acting
did
was
enjoy
good, the
Swamp Thing.
cinematography was good. It was just such a shame that they cancelled it.
Me too, Shozo.
Yeah, apparently the producers said there will probably not be, but that's not a no. So I guess we can hold out hope. Also make sure that I don't just stick my tongue out of my mouth while I'm drawing or something. Not used to people watching.
Just
Thanks,
a couple
babe.
of Roxanne's links.
Plugging my stuff there. Looking at
Don't worry.
all kinds of anatomy. It's even good when you see those scientific drawings where the skin is peeled off and just looking at the muscles, because he doesn't have muscles and stuff, but I figure if I make the twigs and stuff, the striations of his anatomy go in the similar fashion as like muscle fiber, it'll look pretty cool.
Because he is kind of humanoid.
Yeah. Thank you, Trigger. That's really kind of you. So this is going to be the waterline here. Going to have a couple of lilies popping up.
Who was it that gave away the free Photoshop brushes?
Dave Greco.
Dave Greco.
Yeah. I've watched like all of his YouTube videos. A bit of a fangirl. He's does such amazing work. His grasp of shape design is enviable. Oh, I've got my old Swamp Thing painting underneath here because I thought I'll cheat and do a bit of color picking. Maybe I'll add some now.
So you look at this and you think, wow, you've learned so much since you drew this the first time.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't see the flaws when I did that. And now it's like, I'm actually a little bit embarrassed. But that's a good thing. It means that I'm growing as an artist.
Exactly.
Just put this to multiply, I think. Rather build up the color rather than just go straight in with the color, straight in dry. PC specs, you're gonna have to ask my husband that. No, do you want to? I don't know any of that shit.
I don't. It's about how old? 15 years old.
The CPU is kind of crap. That's my
The
bottleneck.
CPU is an old man. We've got your specs somewhere,
Actually,
don't we?
if this
Yeah.
W4R, that's my husband right there. He's actually a full-time streamer.
Yeah, but
I'm kind of taking up. He usually starts streaming at 3:30.
This isn't about me, honey.
So yeah, I'm just saying. So what I plan to do is we can't stream like together because our internet isn't that great. But I figured what I'll do is when it gets to a bit later, like at 6ish or whatever, I'll raid him.
Hello, Deidre.
Hey Deidre, how you doing? Of course I'm painting on the wrong fucking layer.
The PC specs.
What's your profanity?
Siren is running 32 gigs of memory, but it is old memory. The motherboard, the CPU, and the memory is pretty old. Her graphics card, she's got a decent graphics card. She's got the 1080, so she's got a decent graphics card, but the CPU and the motherboard, they're pretty old. I think it's an old FX. Is it FX or AX? Amen.
Sure, I don't know. Why is
Triggered Gaming, thanks for the follow, man.
Thank you. Although, disclaimer, my husband doesn't stream art.
Hello, Zai. Sorry, I'm used to streaming.
Hey Zaza, how you guys doing? Thanks for coming to support me. A lot of these guys are from Warpath's stream community. Is the music too loud?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think it's
alright.
fantastic.
Okay, cool.
You could turn it down slightly, but
I
it's
think I will
nice.
just a little bit.
If it's bothering you, turn it down.
Yeah, I just it's not bothering me, but I don't know if any of these are royalty free, which are and which aren't, and I don't want to get ComicCon in trouble. So
Ideas fall frias. You're totally right there, man. They eat RAM all day long.
am I on the wrong layer again? Yes, I am, of course. So I do have Corel Painter as well. I was actually lucky enough that Corel gifted me the latest Corel Painter, and I say lucky because it's bloody expensive. And that is the thing that I like to draw with most. I think the brush engine is pretty amazing on that, but for painting, I don't know, I've just become really comfortable with PaintStorm Studio.
$64 gigs of RAM when you upgrade it, leaving room for 128. Holy moly. You're right though. You never know. You're right. You may as well just go to the 128. Although now it's probably extremely expensive. Memory. Can you imagine 64 gigs of memory? How much that would cost now? It would be quite expensive. Why would you ask that, Shozo? A KFC commercial of Swamp Thing. Why KFC?
Maybe because of the sponsor is KFC.
Oh, this is sponsor South Africa. Swamp Thing and KFC
Yeah,
South Africa.
I
got
believe.
nothing.
What is the procedure to claim the voucher? I can't remember actually. I think
Well,
exclamation
no.
mark.
They're not still doing that.
I think they are. Hey. I
ComicCon,
think they
are you guys still
Is it
giving away
exclamation mark KFC?
KFCs?
Is that not it? I guess not. Shit. Yeah, I think ComicCon will have to answer that. Yep, they are. Okay.
Yep.
Would you mind just letting me know?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. You redeem it down the points. Right. All right.
Points.
So
That's right.
if you're in South Africa, If you're from South Africa, it'll probably benefit you more because I think it'll be difficult to
It'll
get
be
the
a bit
KFC
soggy when it gets
out to you guys far away. But if you're in South Africa, you can use your points, redeem some points. Click on the bottom, click on the points thing. You know, the Looty ComicCon Africa thing. Click down there. Look for the 50 Rand KFC voucher. And I believe they're giving away 6 per stream. 1 per person.
My computer's being a little bit laggy. I think it's everything that's going on, you know, OBS and
OBS,
whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah,
This is me, honey.
typically.
I'm like, my game is lagging. Damn, stream. 2 times 32 gigs. Ooh, ouch. 5.5 grand. Yowzers. Well, for me, that's a yowzers. Siren has a bunch of videos on her YouTube where she does what do you call that? Fast
Yeah, some of it's time lapsed.
Time lapse. That's what I was
with
looking
commentary over it, so you can so you know what I'm doing.
You'd rather spend 5,000 Rand than lag your Murin. Because then you do your Murin, eh? I get it. Warlock says it's fascinating to watch you paint.
Ah. Warlock is a valued patron, actually.
That's right. Redeem, then send a screenshot. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Comic-Con. I forgot about that part. Yes, you gotta redeem it. Thank you. That is, it's actually better. It's better for instructions that way than me trying to explain it. You did a much better job. Thank you. $16 gigs of memory is going to cost you 1,500 Rand. For 16 gigs, that's not bad.
There's also another competition going on for a microphone brand. I'm not like an audiophile, so I'm not familiar with it. It's called Shure. You can actually see it just. I don't know if you can see
above
it.
you.
Oh, you know what? I think
It's right above you.
yeah. I'm like waiting to see it, but it's delayed. So
yeah.
So it's right above me. Yeah. So I think what it is you get this template file, and then you can edit it in your graphics program of choice and send it to them, and you stand a chance of winning that design. Them to actually make the customized microphone. But I don't think you can't go too wild. I think that you can just basically like change the colors and put your logo on.
It's like he's gonna have some chest plates. Some strong chest plates. Those are some pecs, eh? But this is pretty buff.
He
didn't skip leg day. Got a hell of a core.
He lifts things all the time. Trees and people.
I lift things up and put them down. Tomorrow, Roxanne Loppe is taking over the channel at 3:30. What? We're a day early.
Tomorrow on the 17th September, so I've got to get in my time
it's
machine first.
Tomorrow, 4 days ago. I just figured out that you can do that, rotating the canvas in GIMP.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. I actually have the rotate mapped to my second. I don't know if you can see it, the camera, canal. But yeah, so one of the buttons on my stylus is.
If you go to your big screen,
is an eyedropper. Basically, I set that to Alt. Okay, yeah, maybe that's a better idea.
Go to your big screen. You'll be able to put the.
Okay, so. Right, so this is my stylus. One of the buttons, the one closest to the one that I've always got my thumb on, that is set to Alt. So it's actually Alt and click. That's the nice thing about Huion software is you can have like a string as the Photoshop sucks. You can have a string as as the macro or whatever. So it's Alt and click. So what it does is it eyedrops any color that I have on the screen. So basically, I just slap colors down, and then I use it as my palette. And the other button I have mapped to rotating, because I do that quite a lot. You get that kind of angle. Natasha Rousseau, how you doing? This is kind of surreal because I usually watch Natasha Rousseau doing art. She's actually
streaming on Twitch.
She's actually super talented, South African streamer who streams only art. Natasha, if you wouldn't mind, maybe just pop your Twitch link there.
I was just about to do that.
Yeah, you definitely won't be disappointed watching Natasha do her thing. She's very creative. It's not like the usual generic furry anime that you see in all of the art channels. She actually does proper art. Am I allowed to say that? Let me just see if I can, not that one. I created this one. This was a brush I created. It's like a stamp. And it's randomized. So I kind of drew a couple of leaves scattered about like that. And then this brush engine is actually so amazing. So I put scatter on it, and then I spaced it out quite a bit. So when I paint, well, I kind of think it could be really, like I did a little bit on the shoulder while I was doing the sketch. So I think it could be useful to maybe, cover up the peen. Just saying.
Natasha would like to know what this is. What are you doing? Are you on the right layer now?
Yes, this is the swamp thing. This is my favorite superhero, or I guess anti-hero, I think they consider it, when it's a person who does the right thing but they don't mind killing people. So there was a season of it in, I think it's 2018. It was so good, definitely worth watching. Amazing cinematography, and I have like this love affair with the idea of swamps. I kind of want to.
It's a bit of a tease though, because only one season, and I don't think they're gonna make another one.
Yeah. But I just think like one day maybe I get to go to the bayou and check that out. Swamp peen.
I think Killzone is right.
Yeah, you don't see the swamp peen, but it's amazing nevertheless.
He's a Ken doll.
He's got a Ken bump.
Yes, bump. That's what I meant. You watched that as well, Triggered?
Yeah, it was such a good show. I think maybe I should pop some trees in the background. Let me just look at Pinterest. Looking at some, got some like swamp trees and stuff like that I'm looking at. So, oh, that's not the right one. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder, of course. So yeah, kind of just add the hint of a tree here, but so what I want to do is actually put the roots in the water. Some will be kind of popping out a bit higher. You know, people who draw on layers properly don't have this issue. Like, I'm going to have to basically cut him out and, you know, draw behind it at some point to do this properly, but layers are tedious. I kind of don't use layers right, put it that way.
This is big brained.
Hello there.
You hello there.
It's not coming out on stream. It looks like yours isn't popping up either.
Oh, shit, because it's bloody loud on my side.
You see, that's the exact same problem
Hang
I had.
hang on. I do remember because I was busy recording a YouTube video and somebody else was streaming on ComicCon and these bloody noises were coming through. So I went in and I turned down the volume, advanced audio properties. There we go. It's set to 0. That's my fault. Sorry. I'm just gonna pop that up to 100. If somebody could. Oh geez, that's tedious. It's going one at a time. You just type it in. Maybe if somebody could just test it for me. Oh wait, and I think I need to tick these.
I'm Batman.
Did that work?
Too late. I'll do it again.
Jeez, that's loud. Let me tick these on as well.
That's why I split the audio so I can put it different for me.
Oh, okay, good. All right, yeah. For some reason, OBS, even if it's in a different scene, it still plays these things. So here I am trying to record a YouTube video, and these things are going on somebody else's stream.
So you can turn them down. You know what? You can actually turn it down because it's
not
louder
on my
than
side,
you.
though. But okay, so it's louder than me. All right, let me see. I put it at 100. That's actually Warpath's favorite drink. I'm gonna turn it at 50%, and we'll see if that's better.
All right, that's fine. Oh, you get one at a time.
Thanks, babe.
Mm.
If you're new here, the sexy male voice in the background is my husband.
Is somebody else here with us?
I went and cleaned up this is like my essential brushes.
What program are you using?
This is
Sorry.
Paintstorm Studio. It's like $20.
Natasha, I would like to know.
You use Clip Studio Paint, right? I tried that out well, I didn't try it out. I downloaded it to try out, but it was only like 30-day that you had to be able to test it out, and I didn't actually have time to, so I didn't really give it a proper go, but it seemed pretty cool. This is like $20 usually, and I got it on a Black Friday special. Oh geez, I sometimes hit, I need to actually remap my tablet keys because one of them is right next to the brush, you know, the size changer things, and it just like zooms right in, and I do that often and often swear. This is another brush I created. It's like, oh, okay, if I press hard, it kind of goes full opacity, but if I just kind of gently sweep across, it gives this really cool gritty texture, and kind of gives that like Ben-Day dot look, you know, like you find on comic books, or at least the old ones. It is, because I tell you what, I don't really fancy renting software, and so I've got an old copy of Photoshop, which is actually fine. It does everything that I need. There's no ways I'm going to be renting CC anytime soon, especially when they don't even have regional pricing. I mean,
The underscore
Hey,
official
Wiz.
underscore wizard
you
is
doing?
now officially awesome.
You are officially awesome. We knew that a long time ago. Officially wizard and officially awesome. Actually, I'm busy winging it here. Let me look at reference. We have some stuff hanging down. Underneath here, this is okay, I see drawn all over it by accident, but this is a painting I did a couple years ago, which I'm now embarrassed of, but I still like the colors, so using it as a palette.
Ideasful Frias would like to know why you don't work in 300 dpi, or does the 6,000 pixels make up for that 72 dpi?
Yeah, you know, if you change your DPI, all it's doing is making the pixels more, basically. So if you just type in the pixels you want, it doesn't matter what DPI it is. It is what it is. So for printing, I try and go like between like 6,000 and 9,000 pixels. Like on Redbubble, some of the stuff, I don't know if you guys know Redbubble, it's like a merch store. So some of the stuff on there, if you want to get it printed on, like let's say a bedspread or like a shower curtain or something, you need like 11,000 pixels or something like that. Yes, yeah, it's also a once-off by Clip Studio Paint. I like that. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, even Critter, it's a free program and it's still like really good. You can completely get by with just using Critter. bit of a cheat. I just set this layer to multiply, and I see it's actually bringing the maybe it's a bit too much though. Hang on. Here we go. Gotta love those adjustment layers.
It's like the only thing I know how to do in Photoshop.
Well, that's really what Photoshop is for. It's for adjusting photographs. It's not really a painting program. It's just it's powerful enough to use it as such. But I mean,
Cricket says that he may be totally avoiding work right now.
Sorry. I hope I don't get you in trouble with the old boss.
A1 prints. Oh, that's large printing though, eh? Isn't that? A1. That's half an AO. An A1. A1 is like.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, you see, it is paints in Photoshop, so you're able to do that.
Nice thing about most of these programs like Corel Painter and PaintStorm Studio is you can save it as a PSD file. So you could bring it into Photoshop if you wanted, or just like kind of move them between programs. When I was working on, let me just open. I'll show you now. Actually, let me just open. I don't have to open it in the program.
Deirdre, we appreciate your effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Deidre. Godspeed with your work. Let's see, I just painted it yesterday.
Looks like there's a raid.
Quite a fanfare. Hey, Bumfluffsky.
Bumfluffsky is raiding.
Thank you
Hello,
for
everyone.
the raid and welcome, raiders. So we are okay. I was looking for this, and I can't even remember why I was looking for it again. Oh, right. So the graffiti on the walls. I haven't really set up a nice like airbrushy tool for it in PaintStorm Studio yet, so I just saved it as a PSD and then pulled it into Corel Painter. So it's really cool that way, that you can just share the paint, the file format. So what were you streaming, Bumfluffsky?
They still make PaintShop Pro.
PaintShop Pro. Yes, that's a Corel. I just remembered I have coffee. It's like finding money in your pocket. Yes, that's a Corel product. I've never actually. I have it, but I've never actually used it. I got it free on a Humble Bundle kind of bundle. So yeah, I can't tell you my thoughts on it because I don't have any. I'm guessing you went to art school, Natasha, or because I remember in college I went to the design school of Southern Africa and we had a lot of painting projects to do, and it was always like just stupid deadlines, and the amount of times that I dipped my paintbrush into my coffee and drank the paint water. Fun times. You should also drop your Instagram link there, Natasha, because damn, her art is good. It's really good. This brush I'm using I also made, it's literally just a half-tone pattern. Of course, if you press hard, you don't see shit. So let me just... I'll use a shocking color so you can see.
We love you more,
It's really
Deidre.
just... It's if I zoom in, yeah, there you can see it's basically just dots, but it makes such a nice effect.
Photoshop is very intelligent. Ideas for Frias. I think Photoshop is an extremely powerful piece of software.
It is powerful. It's excellent for
It's incredible
photo
what you can do
editing.
with that.
and decent enough for digital art. I just think that there are better programs. Corel Painter, PaintStorm
For
Studio,
painting.
Clip Studio, Paint, Critter, like almost anything that's specifically made for painting. Thanks,
For painting,
Sasha.
yes. Yeah.
But see this woman's art. What am I doing? I think Aliens just zapped me because I can't remember what I was. I opened a tab in the browser. I wanted reference, leaf reference. Just looking at that peen area. Good old Pinterest. Right. But what I find with all painting programs is the sooner you can figure out the brush engine, you can do anything you want. Because then you can get the brushes to, I know it's amazing, Pinterest. Then you can get the brushes to behave how you want. Otherwise, if you're just using the default brushes, like sometimes they just, I don't know, they fight you. They don't respect your authority. Did I miss Bumflovsky's response as to what he was streaming?
I haven't seen. No, I haven't seen
Okay,
any.
maybe he
any
needed
response
to like
yet.
rush
He's
to the bathroom
probably
or something.
AFK. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Use that brush of mine. I also made this one, but it's a bit cheesy. It just kind of, you know, I mean, I suppose I could, but I think this one's better. It's more subtle. Is he starting to look like a plant?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to flatten all of these. It's getting difficult. You know, you can't be painting on the wrong layer if you only have one layer. And now it's like, oh, there we go. It's done.
Crossfitting Chewbacca.
What's that about? No, to find reference. Ergo Josh. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm a big fan of just getting a whole bunch of reference, because you never find something in exactly how you want it, you know. So if you limit yourself by painting off of only one reference, then you know your stuff is going to be not as good as it could be. So you gotta look for all the different reference and use Pinterest for all it's worth. I don't know if I'm like it's a nerd thing, but I kind of find it really relaxing to just categorize pictures. I could just do it all day. You know, that alligator pic that I painted, if I can find it again. This one. Yeah, I kind of studied a lot of lilies, and if that's what they call lily pads, and stuff like that for this painting. And I liked that some of them were a little orangey. It's almost like autumn or something, or maybe like rot from the swamp.
Warlock says, oh my word, look how far you are already. I know, right, Warlock? Dude, I wish I could draw. And being able to draw that, you know me, I dope at everything. I'm so slow at anything. Can you imagine how long it would take me to draw something like this?
That's okay.
I wouldn't have even started it.
The thing is, you know, I'm drawing and painting almost every day of my life. Sometimes for work, sometimes for pleasure. And your speed increases. I'm still not where I really want to be in terms of speed, you know, but that'll it's secondary to actually producing a good piece, I think.
Imagination comes from reference, Warlock. This is what they're talking about here.
Yeah, you have to build up a visual library.
You need a lot of reference
within your own head. So that's why a lot of artists do
Oh my
studies.
God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Mr. Drax.
Wait.
Drax 852
How you doing, buddy?
just subscribed.
Hello, Drax.
Whoa.
You're not working today. Thank you for that. I'm sure that ComicCon are pleased. Drax here works at the airport and has some ridiculous hours, so we don't get to see him as often as we'd like. So I appreciate you pulling through. Oh, I was saying a visual library. A lot of artists do studies, so they'll just take a whole day and just paint trees, for example. So then when it comes time to do a painting that has trees in, they've got the muscle memory of painting the way trees, you know, look, and also like the visual library of how the light hits them at different angles and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah,
what
studies.
kind of sick world does that to you?
Hello, Mikey Drax. Wat sê jy?
Exactly, Warlock. And it's bloody loud on my end. I can't actually change the volume for me. I can only change
No.
it for you.
For you? Well,
OBS needs to get its shit together, or else I need to figure out how to use it properly because, damn.
you can turn it down, but it'll turn down for everyone.
Okay. So it's still too loud then, hey? I put it at 50%. Let's see. Let's go like, is 30% too low? Let's try. Let's try
Alright.
30%. You guys can tell me if that's okay. We don't need to be shitting ourselves every time somebody initiates that.
It's a trap!
Seemed loud enough to me,
That
personally.
seemed okay.
Yeah. I should probably save, hey? I actually saw on Natasha's stream, you've got it on a timer, right? Like like reminding you to save. Thanks, Strax. You know my love affair with the swamp. So I thought Swamp Thing would be a cool thing to do. I think I'm just gonna kind of do these trees in the background. I'm not gonna hold back, but I need to add some atmospheric perspective in at some point to just recede them a little bit. Otherwise, it's gonna just fight for. You know, you want your character to be the thing that people see.
This is part of the explanation, Aziza. Yes, Siren loves it. I think it's mostly the food, though.
Yeah. What is it? You know, there's so many things because I like the. I can't say that I like the food because I've never tried it, but I like the idea of gumbo
Right.
and jambalaya and Cajun food. I like jazz and blues. That's actually what I usually draw and paint to, but for my own nerves, I thought I would just make it real low-key today. So, you know, jazz and blues, New Orleans is the center for that. And also, my favorite movie of all time is The Skeleton Key. And those swamp houses, they're just so damn cool. And of course, the Swamp Thing, he's also damn cool. So there's a lot of reasons. And the accent in the southern states, I love it. So did you get all your work done, Warlock, eventually? Or did they mess you around further?
The background almost has like a skull vibe.
Does it?
The shape of a skull. Background. It's like,
It's nice when you're able to read stuff. You know, people see different things in it. Let me look at some reference. You're uploading and testing. Good luck with that. You've had quite a... It's like almost a week of hell, isn't it? Or more.
oh, he's still at work. You know why, Warlock? It's because they didn't just let you do it your way from the beginning. Hello, Kaz.
Hey, Casper, how you
Nice of you to
doing?
be here, man.
Don't let me be the reason you get in trouble at work, by the way. Because I know you said that you had to work today. You know what's interesting as well, because usually I record videos for YouTube, and I find that when I'm editing them down later, and I'm watching the process, like I sometimes find that I missed something, and I like work all around that area fixing like everything else except that thing, and then only fix it like right at the end, and it's so frustrating to watch. And I wonder.
Astroman
She
08
calls
is
me
now
now
officially
sometimes.
awesome.
Yeah,
Sunny,
I do.
Can you have a look at the picture?
Yeah,
What do you see?
need those fresh eyes.
So I give her the non-artist, like, you know.
Tells me when things are out of perspective, and you know, the science of lighting and all of that cool stuff. Definitely helps me take my stuff to the next level.
Astro Man. Hey.
Hey Astro Man, how you doing?
Good morning.
How is Arkansas
It
this
must
morning?
be quite early. Rainy day in Arkansas. 9:30 a.m.
Beautiful sunny day in Midrand, South Africa. Actually very nice weather for taking a walk. War and I are getting old, we like to do stuff like that now. Walk around the block like a couple of old people.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna deny it. Is that right, Azaza? Cool, man. Drive safely, Natasha. Travel safe. And,
Travel safe. And guys, if
Thanks for your
just,
company.
just one last plug for Natasha, because I really love her art. You need to go and follow her on Twitch. She's amazing. And deserves a lot more attention than what she's got. So the peen area, it's looking like there's something there, but it's, you know, not obvious, hey?
Stubble muffin? Is that me?
What's that? Stubble muffin over there. Spring chicken.
I am 7 years older than my wife, yes. 35 to 23, that's a nice change, Astro Man. I think 23 is a lot more comfortable to deal with. Something that I really love about Siren's art as well is a lot of the times when you look at her picture and you're looking at it on screen after it's been complete, you don't realize it's a massive canvas, and then you kind of zoom in to an area and all of a sudden you notice that there's detail that you can't see when the picture is small. You have to zoom in to see the texture. You get such an amazing feel for the texture when you look closely at the pictures. They're very rich.
I tend to add a bit more detail the longer I work on something, but at this stage I kind of stay zoomed out as much as I can, because you know, if you're sitting like fixating on one arm or something and then you zoom out and it's like at the wrong angle, and then it's gonna piss you right off. So so I try and keep like a broad picture of what's going on and just keep adding to it, and then only really at the end I start zooming in. Where are you and Deidre from, Zaza? I think I may have asked you before, but I'm embarrassed to say I can't remember. Was it Central America somewhere? Or Central States, should I say, because Central America is something different.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah, go do your thing, Warlock.
Thanks for popping by.
We'll keep your seat warm. I'll keep your seat warm. A little north of Astroman. Oh, so Zaza lives a little north of Astroman.
Well, I think most things are north of Arkansas, right? That's like right at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, Louisiana's just below, but that's it. Hayaksho. I don't know how to say your name.
Hayaksha.
How's it?
Thank you. That's really kind of you.
What's wrong with Texas?
What's that?
We won't mention Texas. Isn't that where all the cowboys live? In Texas?
I have a friend who has a CrossFit gym there in Texas.
My cousin lived in Texas for a while. It was so weird to hear her with an American accent, and not just an American accent, a Texan accent. It's like, you sound like a cowgirl. You were South African.
His lily stems are looking a bit thick. I think I overdid that.
Okay, did I spell that wrong?
What's going on? Streamer, what's that?
It says, want to know who is on stream? Use the command !streamer to find out more.
Oh, maybe they didn't set it up.
Nothing happened. That's very kind of you, Azaza.
Thank you.
Why don't you show Astroman what you're using? The draw.
My
So go to your big screen and
sure.
show the tablet and the
okay.
pen
Let me just change
and
the
what it is
scene.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. So this is it's, my thing isn't mirrored, so I keep kind of going the wrong direction. But this is a Huion Inspiroi. I kind of upgraded this from. I used to have a Wakamanchua as a small one, but the Huion is bigger. This is like a medium size, and it's got a lot more pressure sensitivity, so it's pretty awesome. And that's the whole point of a good tablet is pressure sensitivity, because you don't have that with a mouse.
Show the pen. Show the pen.
The pen.
The pen is pretty cool.
This is the pen.
But you know what's amazing is when I watch her use this, it looks like depending on what she's painting, it looks like she's using a paintbrush. The way that, like in ink, like the paint would react to canvas and to the pressures of the brush. It's amazing how accurate it seems.
Just looking at some reference. Wading through all the nudes. There's a lot of nudes in anatomy reference. Trying to see if these muscles usually kind of go this way.
I used to have those.
Muscles. You still have muscles.
Those ones that you're drawing there now.
Oh, the obliques or whatever they're called.
I think the oblique is a little lower.
Yeah, I don't know if this is muscles or just bones, or it's probably ribs that I'm looking at.
Well, you
It's
got
like
your
a
rib cage,
sculpture.
but you do have muscles. That's part of your core. Hello, Tom.
Hey Tom, how you doing?
They're just padded now. Yeah, but with age, muscle loss and all of that rubbish.
These are looking a little too samey.
We love that you're here, Tom. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. I think my coffee is lasting longer than usual.
I know how that feels.
Usually I'm very like, I won't say ADD. I'm not going to be like dramatic or anything like that, but
No, but you never take
I
this
have
long
a-
to finish a cup of coffee.
yeah, it's just that I usually kind of get up a lot and stuff, and now that I'm not, I'm so focused on the painting that my coffee is lasting a lot longer than usual.
I must say though, I like the streaming in 1080p. Very nice.
You gonna give it a go, or is it too much?
No, it'll be too much on my, because now I'm increasing the canvas size, even more performance.
Mm-hmm.
I try to save as much performance for stream, but also the game.
Yeah,
I don't like playing a game that lags.
yeah. You are a little bit more sensitive to
Sensitive is a nice
Performance.
word. I would say grumpy.
performance than me.
But I must say,
I'm
at
a little bit more
1080p, this
lenient.
looks really nice. I can see the detail. I think it's more friendly for this kind of stream, though. You know, I think for high speed or gaming where there's constant movement on the screen.
Mm. Oh, and also, Swamp Thing has glowing red eyes. I think I should hook him up here. If you want to paint HD lights, what you do is you put, let me just zoom in a bit. You put white in the middle. Like if you're doing a lightsaber or something, you know. But I don't think his eyes are actually so intense that they have a white light. I think it's more of a dull red. And then there'll be a little bit of bounce light, I guess, around the eye.
Because they're actually glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Swamp Thing.
You guys put a lot of hours into Valheim here. nothing's head go?
Ooh, I got those veins in my head.
Your Harry Potter veins.
Hmm.
Oh, Kitty wants
I'll get him.
dinner.
I'll
You
organize
know
him.
what? Can you bring him here so everybody
Okay.
can see how beautiful he
Uh,
is? We did test. They won't be able to see that you're not wearing pants.
Okay. All right. Hello. Hello.
Here's our tiger. Hey, isn't he beautiful? And he's begging for food. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I see it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm gonna do a little break, have a pee, feed the cat, and I'll be back here in 5 minutes. Yeah, so see you then. All right, I'm back. Hope that was around 5 minutes and that I wasn't telling porkies. Was just making himself some dinner. Actually, it's leftovers, leftover braai, can't go wrong. And then when it's his stream, then I'm gonna eat. Oh right, because Friday's Braai Day, isn't it, Spook? Or Spook. Thursday is mine and Mr. Warpath's 15-year wedding anniversary. And then, so we're taking the day off. And then we've got like extra public holiday because of, well, Heritage Day technically, but everybody just calls it Braai Day. Braai Day, Chezo, like this. It's where we basically barbecue. It's a public holiday. Technically it's Heritage Day, but we all just call it Braai Day. Even the media calls it Braai Day. Thanks, Chozo. We usually have pretty chill anniversaries. Neither of us are particularly, outgoing people, but we'll probably go and get some breakfast somewhere and chill for the rest of the day. You back, love? You busy feeding your pahol?
I am.
Bon appetit.
Thank you. Happy anniversary for Saturday. That's awesome. How many years?
Congrats! Happy anniversary. "12 years. Oh, that's awesome.
Congratulations. I'm saying these in between bites. I'll be right back. Siren and I were the same. We dated for quite a few years before we got engaged.
Warpath used to have I was in a long-term relationship with a horrible woman, so I think he was making sure that I wasn't going to turn out nuts.
I think after 5 years, I thought, okay, no, you're not going to change on me. This is good.
Yeah.
You're going to turn into something.
And my true colors come out as like.
Exactly. Spoke of my mouthful, yeah.
Let me just move this window so I can read the chat properly. All your crazy family functions and made sure he knew he had an out if he wanted. That's hilarious. Where's my reference gone? There. So has anybody claimed any KFC vouchers? I didn't actually notice if anybody did. If there's any South Africans, if you have enough channel points, if you below the chat where you see that pile of coins, if you click on that, you'll get your channel points. And if you, where is it? If you scroll down almost to the bottom, there's a white icon, 50 Rand KFC voucher. And I think I heard somebody say that there's like 6 per stream, so get it while you can. And the other competition that's going on right now is for a microphone. Thanks, Chazo. It's a Shure microphone, Shure. Now, apparently, if you download the templates, does it come up if I'm sure they made a command. Let's just check. No, that's not spelled right. Hang on. Sure. There we go. So if you follow the link, I think you can download a template, and then if you can use a graphics program of your choice to change the colors and add your logo, and then you stand the chance to win them actually making that personalized microphone and sending it to you. I'm guessing it's only available, locally. Maybe ComicCon, if any of the mods are on, they can correct me if I'm wrong.
I will be right back, my angel.
Okay.
Rachel _ Annette is now officially awesome.
Hey Rachel, welcome to the ComicCon channel. I'm doing a bit of a streamer takeover for them. I'm actually not a YouTuber. I mean, I'm not a streamer, I'm a YouTuber. So this is my first live stream. Shat my pants a little bit when they asked me to do it, but I thought, you know what, let me get out of my comfort zone and give it a go. That's how we grow, right? By making ourselves uncomfortable. Thank you, Spook, sorry. I'm guessing Afrikaans, Spook. Hmm? %75% English, okay, fair enough. Where are you from in the country? I'm in Midrand, really close to the Kailami racetrack, in fact. I was really bummed to hear they're changing the location of ComicCon, because the first year they had it was at the Kailami racetrack, which is just up the road. And then the second time they had it was at the Gallagher estate, which is just up the road in the other direction. But now apparently they're having, I can't remember. Maybe if somebody from ComicCon is on, they can say where it is, but it's not either of those locations anymore. You're in Cape Town. Oh, I'm jealous. I would love to live in a DA-run province.
Have you always lived in Cape Town, Spook? Oh, that's cool. I used to live in Cape Town before I met Siren. I went to Rhodes High School. We lived in Rondebosch. But this was in the 80s, I think. No? Yes, yeah, it was in the 80s. I haven't been back since. I'm sure Cape Town has changed so much since the last time I've been there.
Yeah, the closest we've been, we went on a trip to Knysna
Eisner.
a couple of years ago. That was wonderful. We enjoyed that. Stopped off at New Bethesda. I don't know if you know that area. It's something else.
Something you don't want to know.
I know, I loved it. I loved it. It's a very arty town, but just it's like there's no petrol stations. There's no like chain stores. There's one restaurant and you have whatever they're serving. There's no menu. It's
There's
really
no
cool.
bank machine. There's no tarred roads. People come out of their graves at night to eat the living. That place is weird.
It's like we were lying in bed and then there's the town church bell because we stayed over the night. And the town church bell starts gonging and was like, "This is it! They're coming!"
At 12 o'clock at midnight. Why would you ring the damn bell at midnight unless it's to wake up, the dead to come and eat?
If you ever get the opportunity, it's amazing. It's really, I'm sure you know Graafrenet. It's really close to there, but it's difficult to find because it's there's like one road or two roads into it, but it's so off the beaten track.
Yeah.
But
They won't let you in if you don't have a wagon.
There's a famous artist, South African artist, Helen Martins, who used to live there, and she had this thing where she would, all the town folk would bring her bottles, like colored glass bottles, like Fanta, Sprite, Coke, that kind of thing, and she would crush them, and she covered her entire interior of her house in crushed glass, but she made patterns and stuff, and you must see how it looks, when the sun glints off. Can't speak now. When the sun glints off it, it's just incredible. And she also did a life-size nativity scene out of cement in her backyard, and there's also like owls everywhere, like owl statues, so it's called the Owl House. Really interesting.
Spook, they don't even have street lights. They don't even have
they
street
don't.
lights. There's no bank machine, there's no petrol station, there's
Incredible
no tar on the roads.
architecture,
The roads
though.
are sand.
It's like a proper ghost town with like old.
It's like you
The
stepped back
church is
100 years
amazing.
ago.
There's like ivy growing
Yeah.
all over it. We actually stayed in a place that it was a water tower that a bunch of monks converted into like a meditation thing. So there's like all these mandalas all over the walls and stuff. And then somebody else took it over as like not a B&B, what do you call it? Like a self-catering venue. And that was also really such a pretty design. The only thing is it wasn't mosquito proof, and I must say that was like one of the worst nights of my life in terms of bugs. Like, did not sleep, but so beautiful.
So not worth it.
We have differing opinions on this. I think it's worth it for the art and the experience and the culture.
That's what you and
But Warcraft was
Azaza.
creep the fuck out.
You would see Azaza. You would see the odd wagon that was just kind of worn. Wear and
Average
tear,
Mike
just lying
16
there.
is now officially awesome.
So you could see it was really old. It's like you stepped back 100 years. Honestly, it was a mind trip, I tell you. But the weirdest part was when you're driving and you don't see anybody. There's nobody. There's not a. It looks like you just drove into a ghost town because you don't see anyone. But the most creepiest part is when you look in the rearview mirror and then you see curtains closing. That's when then you're like, okay, there are people here, but they're hiding. Or
Very
something.
Twilight
I don't know.
Zone-y.
It
But
was a
I
trip,
digged it.
tell
I
you.
thought it was great. Welcome, Average Mike, to the ComicCon channel. I'm actually not a streamer. I'm just doing a streamer takeover for them. I'm a YouTuber. They invited me and I was honored. Scared shitless, but honored. That's very kind, Azaza. So, Average Mike, are you South African as well? Time to look at anatomy. Okay, so sometimes you get like these veins that kind of go down to the peen area.
Oh, if he's very vascular, yes.
Yeah, he's got vans. He's not
is he
vascular,
lean?
he's viney.
Yeah, I don't see no body fat on that guy.
Going a bit brighter than I need to, but I'm just going to tone it down afterwards. Take it easy, Spook. Drive safe. Hey, Saku. I just have a resting bitch face. I'm not really serious. I'm getting confused what's roots and what's fingers. That's a root. Hayak Show. That's how I know the name. You're on the streamer lineup, aren't you? When is your stream, by the way? Thought I recognized that name. By the way, Saku is a valued patron and a valued friend. Really glad to know him. And he gives the most awesome briefs. And if Mark was here, he'd be like, people have to give you their underpants? Friday. Looking forward to it. I kind of spied on all the other artists and like on Twitter to see, you know. So there's a couple of streams that I'm definitely not going to be missing.
Isn't that a bit of a waste of a donut, though?
What's going on?
Why serve it on your underpants? Saku?
My wife just got me some underpants with donuts. Okay.
She put donuts all over his underpants. I mean, the donuts are awesome, but why couldn't she put them on the plate? Tastes better that way.
All part with the dad joke humor. Love him.
You're eating these donuts without your hands, right, Saku? You're not using any hands. I mean, that's impressive. I'd like to have a word with Mrs. Saku.
Just trying to push the background back a little bit so that the character is kind of popping forward a little bit more. I do need to add some more stuff in the background at some point, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'll have to finish this off. What I'll do is I will ask the ComicCon guys to give me the VOD. I'll upload it to my YouTube. And then I will do a part 2 where I actually finish it off. Finger, yeah. I think it was originally a tree root, but it became a finger, I guess. Crying out loud. Here we go. Please note that some streams from ComicCon Africa Twitch channel may contain violence and or strong language. Violence. Who's having violence? Hey Zulu.
It's the games.
Oh, games, right? Okay, so there's no like domestic abuse or
No,
anything dodge.
violent games. Some of them are scary.
You finished work, Zulu? It's going alright. Mr. Swamp Thing is coming along.
Oh, look at that. Zappalicious is here.
Hey Zap, how are you doing? Nice to see you around. Is it an ungodly hour by you? $9:40, okay, that's a reasonable hour. Yes, yes, we have to hide the peen. So he's, it's a family show. So, yeah, he's got some Adam and Eve stuff going on. Somebody in chat did suggest that I put an eel in the water, but it's a bit suggestive. Anaconda, right?
Wait, I wonder if this will work.
What you up to? We need some more trees in the background.
Most impressive.
Oh, for sure, Zilly. Warpath just fed his pie hole just now. So when I end stream, I'm gonna raid him, and then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'll be back on voice. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, I want to have some more stuff going on in the background, I think.
I'm Batman.
Abnotus is now officially awesome.
Hey, Abnotus, how you doing? Thanks for popping through. You finished with work for the day? You're on our time zone now, aren't you? I don't think daylight savings is kicked in yet. DST is this weekend.
You know what they call it in South Africa? DRT.
Wait for it.
DRT, it stands for Daylight Robbery Time.
And we professional.
Hello, Tech Dude.
Hey, Tech Dude. How you doing? Getting up in the morning at 6 and it's dark outside. Doing okay, tech dude. You know, I think in the beginning of the stream I was a bit nervous. Like not in my mind, like, but my dry mouth and excessive need to pee was saying something different. But I think I feel more comfortable now. There's a lot of familiar names. Thank you, tech dude. I'm a big Swamp Thing fan. I think he's very underrated. Oh, that's why. On the wrong layer, wondering why that was coming out so pup. Just like DST, a lot of people that are subjected to DST have told us that, actually, from all over the world. We don't have daylight savings. As War mentioned, we have daylight robbery instead.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to laugh at these things, because if you don't, you'll just get really upset.
Toxic Avenger. I don't know that one.
Toxic
Are we going to see more
Avenger,
Siren streams? Siren?
I don't. Unlikely. I do. I do. Do you want to just plug my YouTube channel there? That's where I've been putting my efforts. I kind of have like a goal, long-term plans and stuff. My initial goal is to actually get monetized, because YouTube are a little bit stingy, and they'll only let you put ads on your channel if you have 1,000 subscribers. And a YouTube subscriber is obviously like a Twitch follower. It doesn't cost anything. And 4,000 hours of public watch time in a 12-month span. So once I get the channel monetized, at least it'll be bringing in a little bit of money. And then I think the next goal after that would be to just start actually doing more videos so that it becomes residual income. And at some points I'll probably do like maybe a once or twice weekly Twitch stream, but that's like really long term. Thanks, Deidre. I hope work is going well for you. Do I request a Fallout? Oh, cool, man. Oh, with pleasure. I'm a big Fallout fan myself. Toxic Avenger. I'm gonna have to look that up. Thank you, Zap. Appreciate that. Is that like Marvel's version? Because I think Swamp Thing is DC, isn't it? Or is it? I don't even know. I think it was DC. Marvel version of Poison Ivy. Okay. Do you guys like Gotham? Talking of Poison Ivy, because that's a pretty cool show. Enjoy it. We had to watch it because Batman is Warpath's favorite superhero. You know, we don't talk about Oprah rich. We talk about Batman rich. You don't want to be Batman rich. How rich do you want to be, Zulu?
More than Batman rich.
I think isn't it Black Panther who's like technically the richest superhero? You just want to be Tony Stark. You know, yeah, I see like you and Warpath have the same kind of idea. You like Batman and Tony Stark because they don't even have superpowers, but they're just that cool that they don't need them. Charla Rich. Vibranium. Yeah. I thought it was unobtainium, or is that... am I thinking of the Transformers? Avatar. Making a new Avatar, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was okay. I wasn't, you know...
It was so many
It was
years
cool.
ago, I can't remember it. I remember like the blue people, and I remember like the concept of them getting into the avatars, but I don't really remember the plot.
I remember the flying creatures, and the terrain was beautiful.
$100 billion, yeah, sure. Could think of a few things to do with that, and still have a lot of money left over. You know what? I'm kind of starving. So, why don't you start up your stream and I'll raid you in a couple minutes. I'll send
Alright.
everybody over there.
I'll tell you what, I'll organize myself this side as well. Go make a cup of coffee and
Okay.
do my makeup and get my hair done.
Powder your nose. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
I think a lot of the people on stream are from your community, your streaming community anyway. So they'll feel right at home with that raid. You guys are really kind to come and keep me company. You're not, and I appreciate you sticking by and keeping me company. Hey, actually.
Yes.
And oh, you thought the voice was God. No, it's just my husband.
What?
But, he is pretty damn awesome.
Ah, come on, stop it now. This isn't about me. I'm gonna quickly go make a cup of coffee and do my
Alright.
makeup and all of that stuff. Okay, I'll be right back.
Super Useo 1 is now officially awesome.
Subaru, welcome to the ComicCon channel. I am doing a stream takeover for them. I'm not a streamer myself. But the streamer thing isn't working for some reason. What you can do is maybe because that's why I never actually gave them my Twitch channel. Because I'm not a Twitch streamer, I'm a YouTuber, so there you go, that's me. But doing this takeover for them, got artists the whole week. And Hayaksho, you see there, he's on Friday, I believe. Yeah, most of the guys on here know me as Siren. That's my gaming name. Thank you, Saku. You're so kind. Saku is a valued patron and amazing Robin impersonator. Like legit. You must see his cosplay. It's the one thing I miss about Comic-Con being online, because my favorite part of it is to just see everybody dressed up. So looking forward to next year when we can go to the physical thing again and see all the cosplayers. Warpath and I are too damn lazy to actually do the cosplay ourselves, but we we appreciate the effort that everybody else goes to, and we just enjoy the eye candy, I guess. And I don't know if Deidre and Aziza are here, but they also like awesome cosplayers. Some of the things that they make, like the props and stuff, it's really cool. Do you have other festivals? I'm guessing you do, Saku, the guys in the States, like gaming and cosplay and stuff like that. I remember Zulu told us about, I think it was called Fantasticon. They're in Europe, that he goes to every year. Probably not since COVID. We have one other called Rage Gaming Convention. I've been going to that for years as well. We were really pleased to get ComicCon 2 years ago. I actually need to turn off my flux. That's gonna start affecting color because it's past 6 o'clock now. Strips the blue out so it's easier on the eyes. You know what we need is some more stuff in the water as well, even if it's just texture. Been like saw some of those YouTube videos with what was it called? Like Monster Hunter or River Hunter or River Monster or something. And they just walking around in the swamp water with like shorts. I mean, who knows what's in there? It's just nuts. I would be so shit scared of alligators for one, but I'm sure there's all kinds of nasty shit in there.
It's amazing how much this picture has changed in the last 3 hours. It's incredible.
Turns out I can get quite a bit done when I'm not getting up to pee every 5 minutes and making coffee and... I'm not one for sitting still, put it that way. Thanks, Abnotus. Are you ready? Is your makeup did?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Water would be nice.
For sure. And I still have like maybe 2 sips of coffee left. So yeah, so looking like I'm gonna wrap up for today. Before I do, if there's any South Africans here, there is a KFC competition that you can enter, but you need to do it before I do the raid. Basically, here at the bottom where there's a bunch of coins, just below the chat, if you click on that and you scroll down, there's a white icon, 50 Rand KFC voucher. Somebody needs to claim that. I mean, otherwise it's just going to go to waste. So there's that, and there's also this other competition to win a microphone, and all you have to do is go to that link, download a template, and then use a graphics program. If you don't have one, I mean, you can download Krita for free, Krita. I believe it means crayon in one of the Scandinavian languages. But yeah, just change the colors, put your logo on, send it through, and then you can win the chance of them actually making you a personalized microphone.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
There we go.
that's what I'm talking about. Gonna be feeding our pie holes.
Is that what you were talking about?
Swedish chalk. Thank you, Abnotus. See, Abnotus is basically next door neighbors there in Finland. So yeah, so it means chalk. It's a great program and it's free. So you don't even have to, fork out on Adobe. But the program I'm using is PaintStorm Studio. It was $20, but I got it for $10 on a Black Friday sale. Because I'm thrifty like that. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Apart from me just saying thank you to all you guys who kept me company and kept my sanity. I was really nervous in the beginning, and I said to Warpath, like, am I going to remember how to draw? Like, am I going to freeze up? And
You did wonderfully.
I don't know if they'll deliver to Yorkshire, but do you really want it cold and moldy?
No,
saying.
they won't. They won't deliver. They'll say, "Are you stupid? Why are you ordering from a different country?"
Safety
You'll be like,
calzone.
"But I entered a competition," in Zulu's accent, of course.
Because they're going to think you South African with a name like Zulubaks. Safety calzone, you just finished your test. I hope it went well.
That's a good thing.
So, So yeah, so a lot of these guys that are keeping me company are actually from my husband, Mr. Warpath's stream. So I'm gonna
We've
raid
met
him.
some lovely new people today.
We have. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, ComicCon, for giving me this opportunity. Thanks for having me on your channel. I hope that you know, I haven't sworn too much or anything like that. I don't think I did.
They mentioned that it is an 18 plus channel.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry. It's not really a, you know, family friendly with Comic-Con, but you know how we always try to keep it a little bit cleaner,
Yes, we do.
but it's fine.
Because you never know when like somebody pops, like a family member pops on with a niece or something, or your mom. You got to keep it mom friendly. You know what I mean? So it's full.
My mother wouldn't know what's going on. She'd be like, "My son is on my computer. My son is on my computer."
Yeah, you never know. I mean, maybe my parents will figure it out. They're starting to get into YouTube at the moment. They are really enjoying something called Chateau Diaries, apparently. So they're getting into vlogs in their old age, which is really cute. Yeah, so thank you guys. Really was not as bad as I imagined.
No, and
in fact,
please-
it wasn't
please-
bad at all.
Please go check out the links. We
Sure, much obliged if you give me a subscribe on YouTube, and I'm going to be sending you over to my devilishly handsome husband. I
no,
believe
don't
it's
say that.
/raid.
I'm having a bad hair day.
Your
and
bad
the
hair
makeup-
day is most men's good
the
hair day.
makeup-
Let's be honest.
The makeup guy didn't come. Mm-hmm. So I got no makeup.
Okay, so /raid Mr. Warpath. Is that right?
I think so.
Okay. Heading over
I am-
there.
I'm not
You don't
doing
have
painting.
permission
You
to
guys know
perform
I'm
that
not
action.
painting, right?
Well, that's some bullshit.
Oh, you can't raid. Oh,
Is there anybody from ComicCon on
Oh,
that
that's
can?
a bummer.
I mean, damn it.
That's
damn
okay,
it.
Annie. It's okay. No
well,
worries.
that's a real
Maybe
pity,
no
but
one's
you know
here.
what? I can manually, I can do like a manual thing. That's Mr. Warpath. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go warm up some leftover brine, and then I'm gonna join War on Voice in between Bri. So yeah, that's me. Thanks for having me. Thanks for hanging out. Love you guys. You guys
It was
are
wonderful to
awesome.
meet some new
It
people.
was indeed, and I'm not going to draw this out like Warpath does.
Peace and love.
So, goodbye.
Good night.